Okay. I need to apologize to Royce from Daywave Radio and JJ Stoner. And possibly one day Adonis Paul as well, but right now he does not deserve an apology, and I'm not sorry for that. But back to Royce and JJ and Daywave Radio. I am truly sorry that I falsely accused you of acts that were being done by other people. I do not know you to trust that you are good people. And I have a lot of mental disorders, and I have a lot of people who want to hurt me. I found out some information today which helped me understand a couple of things. I wish that it had not taken going to the police to find this information out, but here we are. So I will try to explain why I believed what I believed. First off, I am mentally ill. I am not well. I am in the system. I am seeing doctors. I am taking medication. I am working on it. But I am not well. I am not emotionally stable. And I have a lot of trauma to work through that is made more difficult by the fact that my entire family denies that anything ever happened, except for one aunt who will admit that my father was a monster, and he crippled my brother, and he beat my mother, and he molested all of his children. But the rest of the family, because they want to just erase him from their lives and pretend like it never happened so they don't have to deal with their own trauma, they say it never happened. He never existed. But he did, and it fucked me up. And I can't just put it back and say, well, he's dead now, and ignore it. It doesn't work that way. So, I have a lot of problems. Daywave and Royce and JJ escalated a lot of those problems in my mind when they contacted my family. Because they lie. Oh God, do they lie. For one, the footage, I'm getting too far into this. I've explained all of this already. The footage from the Salvation Army donation is a lie. I was not there. That was Kenneth by himself. If Kathy has that footage, then she should probably turn it into the authorities who never had that, because it was Kenneth alone. I was tied to a bed at the time. And people like to tell me I'm lying because they know it upsets me, because I can't prove a lot of what I say. I can't prove it because I wasn't filming my life back then. That's a big part of why I feel like I have to film every aspect of my life now. Because even if I film it, people are going to tell me I'm lying. I have lived an absolutely insane life. I can admit that. And because of that, people have thought that I was lying about it for a long time. I'm not. People accuse me of being a drug addict. I smoke weed. That's it. Like, this is the only drug that I am on. I smoke weed and I take medication. I take happy pills that are not helping very much to make me very happy. There's my serotonin that I take every morning. I'm really trying to get through this apology without going completely off track and getting into my story. I'm sorry for that. I have borderline personality disorder. And that causes me to obsess or hyperfocus. And when I found out that these videos were on Royce's channel, I started hyper-focusing on Royce because he's the channel that I found was doing it. So originally, Royce is a person that I thought was doing everything because my mind zeroed in. And then Adonis Paul joined in, and he has bots. And a lot of these bots were saying really ugly things to push me over the edge. The people on kiwi farms, they intentionally harass and push mentally unwell people over the edge of sanity. And it's entirely legal because they're not physically doing anything to the person. They're just mentally manipulating people that are already mentally weak. So, Royce has got me on his channel, whatever his channel actually does. Adonis started, and that started kicking it into high gear because these comments were absolutely hateful. And it ruminated in my head that now there are hundreds of people, thousands of people laughing at me, mocking me, hating me, wanting me to hurt myself. There were a lot of messages that y'all never even see because the spam bot caught them that were telling me to hurt myself. And I didn't know where they were coming from. But all I could focus on was Royce and JJ. They're the ones that started doing this. They recently started talking about me, so this must be them or their fans coming to my channel. These kiwi farms people have been watching me for a long time. And they've been messing with me for a long time. I didn't know that that was happening because I didn't know that kiwi farms was a thing. So I made another little video to try to explain what kiwi farms is. Okay, so I'm going to try to explain what kiwi farms is to the best of my understanding here. Sorry. Wiki says that Kiwi Farms is an American internet forum dedicated to the discussion of online figures and communities it deems lolcows, which they were calling me on Royce's show. The targets of these are often subjects to doxing and other forms of organized group trolling, such as ongoing harassment and stalking, including real-life harassment by users. Joshua Moon owns it. It's been around for 8 years. Let's see. In 2013, video game developer Chloe Segal became a target of Kiwi Farms after EurogamerNet reported Segal's Indiegogo crowdfunding campaign had been flagged for suspicious activity, having raised over $30,000 for an alleged metal poisoning treatment to remove shrapnel from a car accident. And it was found that Segal had actually intended to use the proceeds for sex reassignment surgery. Segal later committed suicide by self-immolation on June 19, 2018. In 2017, Tumblr user Rose Christo claimed that she was the author of the Harry Potter fanfiction My Immortal and that she had written it in order to locate her missing brother. She also announced that Macmillan Producers was publishing a memoir about the fanfiction's creation, as well as her childhood of abuse and experiences as a Native American in the New York foster care system. A forum thread about Christo was created on Kiwi Farms discussing these claims. Christo's brother happened to be a user of Kiwi Farms and responded to the thread that almost all of her story was false, including her claim of Native American ancestry and ever being in foster care. Christo then admitted that she had falsified documents supporting her story, but maintained that she had written My Immortal. Macmillan Publishers canceled the publication of her memoir. In March 2019, Kiwi Farms republished both the live stream and the manifesto of Britton Tarrant, the perpetrator of the 2019 Christchurch mosque shootings. Shortly after, website owner Joshua Moon publicly denied a request by New Zealand police to voluntarily hand over all data on posts related to the shooting, including the IP addresses of posters and their emails. Moon responded aggressively and mockingly called New Zealand a shithole country and stated that he does not give a single solitary fuck what Section 50 of your faggot law says about sharing your email. He deemed the request a censorship attempt and argued that New Zealand authorities did not have the legal reach to imprison everyone who posted the video. Kiwi Farms was one of the several websites blocked by New Zealand ISPs in the wake of the attack. In New Zealand, those who were caught possessing or sharing images of videos of the attack faced charges that could result in 14-year prison sentences. On August 6, 2019, Joshua Moon announced that Kiwi Farms was down after a DDoS attack, which occurred one day following the 2019 El Paso shooting. But users were able to access Kiwi Farms again by 4 p.m. Central Time. Moon stated that while Kiwi Farms had in-home DDoS protection, he was looking for alternatives to Cloudflare. Okay, so this is the site that has actually been doing the most of the harassment against me. I had absolutely no idea that this site or any site like this existed. So these people are bad. Like really, really bad people. And that's not Royce and JJ. I know that now. Before I contacted the police, I did not know who it was that was attacking me. I only knew that Royce and JJ had recently made themselves known to me. And if their people had never started commenting on my videos, I never would have known that they were watching me. And it never would have been a problem. Because watching my videos is not a problem. My problem was when I was being harassed, lied about, mocked, and eventually doxxed and had men told to come and rape me. And I am told that those posts are still up on Kiwi Farms and Reddit. And Kiwi Farms they don't think doxing is a crime, so they're not going to take my address down or the message for men to come and rape me down. Now, I understand now that that's not JJ and Royce. But I need for people to understand how scary it is for me as a mentally ill woman alone, just off the streets, to be dealing with all of this. This wasn't what I thought 2021 was going to be for me. I had just got my new Section 8. I thought that this year was going to be all about cleaning it up and fixing it up nice and playing video games and gaining subscribers so that I could live stream and building my life back up to where I could have a life. I did not expect 2 months into this month to have hundreds of people commenting on my channel telling me to kill myself, calling me a murderer. And I know you think it's funny because it's duck murder, but I was involved in a real murder that I did not commit, but people are accusing me of. And it hurts me. You can't seem to understand how fragile my mind is. I'm not joking about it. I'm trying to heal from a lifetime of trauma that I've never had time to heal from before, because after the murder in 2009, I moved in with my grandmother, but I became a drug addict and an alcoholic. You're not healing when you're on drugs and on alcohol. I didn't come off of the drugs until about 2013, and I didn't start seeking therapy until 2017. I just came in off of the streets. This was my time to start healing from everything that I've been through. And instead, I just got a wave of harassment and doxing and telling me to kill myself and telling me to cut my hair off and that I look like an alien and all of these nasty, ugly things that got into my head and rolled around in there until every second of my day, all I could think about was the things that these people were saying about me and to me. You might not understand it because you can put things out of your mind and just go on with your day. I can't. And it really ate me up. And the harder I cried and begged you to understand what I was going through, the more you laughed. And the worse it got. I'm not like you. I have severe mental health issues. I am seeking help, but I cannot handle hundreds of people telling me to commit suicide, calling me a murderer, calling me a liar, doxing me and putting my number out for men to come and rape me, making me feel like I'm unsafe in my home after spending the last 5 years not being safe. Telling me you're in my home while I'm gone, in my bathroom, planting cameras. It's not funny. You think it's funny because you're not experiencing it yourself. It's my life. And y'all have driven me to the very edge of my sanity. Not Royce and JJ, Kiwi Farms, and Adonis. I am sorry to Royce and JJ that you got caught up in the whirlwind that is happening to my life. I did not mean to hurt you. And if I had understood what was happening, I would never have accused you of it. But I didn't know what was happening. They all came in after you made yourself known. And it made it look like it was all you, which is what they wanted. They came in masses wanting to ride off of your wave and make me think that they all came from you. And it worked. Because I am mentally weak and stupid, which is why I'm not holding a job and doing normal things like a normal person. My goals in life are to have a real friend and to have a full fridge. I'm a simple person. And I don't want to hurt anybody, but I don't want to be hurt either. I mostly just want to be left alone. I made this channel for the few friends that I had to keep track of me once I left Florida. And once I became for a while in Florida. But I didn't make it for people to use against me to hurt me. I'm really going through a lot. And y'all can laugh at that if you want, but I'm not lying about it. I'm really suffering inside. And I really need kindness in my life, and not hatred and harassment and bullying. But I once again am sorry to Royce and JJ and Daywave.